All right, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and DGen freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Welcome to all of the new people that have just discovered this channel, and welcome to all of the OG Dano Dojo crew members, where we are training in the dojo together, in the trenches, in the dojo and training ground and craziness that is the crypto metaverse. So what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So Bitcoin's doing some interesting things. So we're just going to get right into it, guys. We're going to get right into it. So Bitcoin is doing this thing. It's doing this ascending wedge, okay? It's doing this ascending wedge, and sometimes the ascending wedges tend to break down, especially when you get smaller moves going to the upside. We were kind of, reading about the ascending wedges. The wedges can offer an invaluable early warning sign of a price reversal or a continuation. So learn all about the falling wedge pattern right here. So you can see whenever we start to get that that ascending wedge kind of starts to get a little bit tighter, and if we don't break previous resistance that is lined up in the chart right here, and we end up, if we look at the daily, you can see here, this is the resistance that we're battling right now, is all in this area. So this is, if you're wondering why Bitcoin is doing what it's doing, is because we have a inverse head and shoulders that is playing out. We have it right here, inverse head and shoulders. And so what that can do is potentially break us down a little bit to the downside. But if you think we can hold the levels, which is why the title of this video says if we can hold these levels on Bitcoin, if we can hold them, then we can potentially break out of the pattern that we're in right now. And if we can match it with some volume on the 4 hour, looks like we got volume coming in. So we could make the case that we push to this level, which is at the top of the band at 68,500 if we can start breaking. Because I think if you look really tight, if you look on the 1 hour, you can see, or actually it's better on the 4 hour. If you look at the 4 hour, we bounced off the 20 SMA. So if we start to go down below the 20 SMA, then guys, then this is us breaking down off of the ascending wedge that is forming here on the smaller time frames here. And so I hope you guys are doing well. Make sure you guys are smashing up the like button and put a 1 in the chat if you like this TA. Pretty similar to the TA that me and Carl were giving on the Moon Show this morning. And so let me know if you guys caught that. It's always a pleasure and so much fun getting to talk with Mr. M and Carl, just shooting the shit with crypto. And it's really cool to have friends that are just all over the world. Like they're in the desert over there, man. So it's cool to know like-minded people and some really cool dudes to do this cool this YouTube thing, this YouTube streaming thing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, it's looking like we have some volume. So that's the thing, like, we have volume. We could get a bullish divergence and a reversal to try and test this one more time. And if we can break that resistance, that's on the daily. If you look at it, you can see it better on the daily because this is breaking up into this level. We start going above the Bollinger Band here, and we hit that level right here, which is that 69,000 previous resistance. And then if we can break it up here, and if we get rejected again, then it could push us down into basically the trend level, which would be the lower 60s again, pushing us a little bit further down before we break out of the inevitable bull flag that's forming. If you look at it on the daily, we've had this bull flag. We have technically hit the bottom of the range here, made higher lows And you can see that we're now very close to the top of the wedge of the bull flag, and the target would be for this breakout to be at about 84,000 to 90K per Bitcoin here in the immediate short term, and it could happen at any moment. That's what's so crazy, is I think that if you're looking at this on the daily and you're looking at it on the weekly, you could bet that, I mean, the chart looks really, really, really bullish on the weekly for the MACD and the RSI. If we pull up just the regular RSI and we look at that, I mean, it looks really, really, really good. I mean, it's going towards up to the upside. We can see that we've had a really, really nice, I guess, a Jason Casper TA here is that uneven butt cheek pattern, letting us know that we are getting a little bit of bullish momentum, but we do have to weigh it on the side of us holding those levels that I talked about right here. If we can hold and we break, then the next target that I think is going to be in the cards will be at this level, the 71,800 level, which is right here. Past this point, we break through 69, then we're going to hit that. That's going to be that nice little momentum wave. And if you look, we really got some nice volume here. We actually do have pretty decent volume coming in right now. We're at 67.4 now, $67,400 per Bitcoin. Smash up the like if you want Bitcoin to just start pumping right now as we stream. Some people have called it the Dano effect, and then I just laugh and I put on the pump song, and then I say, no, it's just the pump song that makes Bitcoin pump when we're streaming. But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you are following me on x.com, where you can get mainly me shilling ticker Bitcoin, because I think it's one of the best it's one of the best memes of all time. And I think it might be quite the end game when it comes to this this thing that everyone is talking about, which is what we've been talking about for a long time, is that memes are going to have a super cycle, and it is what people are going to, and what I mean by people is the retail. CT knows about the memes. We've known about it in our little crypto bubble. We think memes are a bubble, but we don't understand just yet that when retail really starts to come in, memes are going to be what they are going to be attracted to the most. Like, they're not going to care about the software. They're not going to care about what chain is the fastest or whatever. They're just going to go on Moonshot. They're going to go on Deck Screener. They're going to go on those things, and they're going to buy the most popular meme. And so this is being played out right now as we speak, of what is trading at the highest volume right now in terms of the week, the monthly, and the yearly. It's all memes. Everything is memes, and it has been outperforming the whole market in terms of the top 100 coins by market cap, by trading volume, everything. It's crazy. So really, if you think about it, the meme space is only at a $60 billion it's at, trying to think of what the total market cap is of all of these memes. Like total market cap, I can't remember exactly, but I just imagine when we get a total market cap of 1 trillion of just in memes, which is basically Morad's thesis. He says, look, we're going to have a just 1 trillion in just memes. And I love beef and broccoli. So it's crazy. So I think that we could see Bitcoin being a quarter of gold's market cap, which gold right now is at a $17 trillion market cap. And Bitcoin is at a $1.3 trillion market cap. So imagine when we get Bitcoin at 7 trillion market cap. We have Ethereum at a $1 trillion market cap. We have Solana at like a $600 billion market cap along with BNB. And then the memes as a whole will be at a 1 trillion. And I mean, it's going to be crazy. So I don't think we're in a bubble. I don't think we are in a oversaturated meme market, because last year it's only been just a few years. That's what you guys have to understand. And if you understand the psychology of retail, you will outperform everyone. Because if we've already been here in CT, crypto Twitter, crypto YouTube, from the previous cycles to where we've gotten beaten down, learned our lessons, found the skeletons in the closet, knew what vaporware had promised something and didn't deliver, and then we saw what comes out of that is the flippening into out of VC vaporware tokens into the meme culture and the meme community, which could be way more long lasting than people might think initially. Because initially you go, haha, oh, that's funny, oh, that's gonna die, that's gonna just pump and dump. And yeah, there's a lot of tokens right now that are being created, and of course there's winners, there's losers, but if you really zoom out on this whole thesis of a meme super cycle, it makes so much sense. You have to break it down to human psychology. What are you going to pick out of a list right now that you see on the screen? You see this on the screen right now, and you're thinking to yourself, what am I going to click on before anything else that I see in this list? It's going to be, what is this dog? This like Viking dog. That looks funny. So you're going to click on Floki. You're going to go, oh, what's that? Oh, you're going to laugh and go, oh, is that the Pepe frog? You're going to go, oh, is that a laughing cat with Mog glasses with NASCAR glasses on? With the beamers? That's funny. This is what people, oh, what is this? Is another dog? It's Bonk? They're going to click on that. They're going to click on that. They're going to take their thumb. They're going to do that. They're going to tell their friends that they basically joined a cult. And that's how it all starts. And look at the returns on the yearly of some of these things. I mean, it's all memes. It's all memes. In the top, look, Apu, Retardio, 358%, Michi, 217%, Apu, 290%, NPC, 112. Look, do you see what's happening here? Do you see what's happening here? Why would you laugh at it and think that just because we're all in our little crypto Twitter bubble talking about it, that it's over? Like, I don't think you quite understand. If you remember how Doge performed and how SHIB performed in the previous cycles, when we had retail starting to catch the FOMO of the Roaring Kitty, Reddit, AMC, GME craziness of people finally learning about this, how the stock market is rigged and how that game is played, what it ultimately did is it pushed people into starting to look and do research and start to think about cryptocurrency as a asset class to protect yourself against the inflation of whatever fiat currency you are a part of. It's not just about the US dollar, but fiat currency in general. So this is why I think the memes that have the highest liquidity, the highest social metrics of real engagement, like real holders, real followers, not inflated stuff, not fake stuff. You know, we talked about that on the Moon Show this morning. If you go to the Moon Show, I mentioned I wanted Carl's opinion on what he thinks about the meme super cycle, and even Carl thinks that it's a bubble, you know, and it's gonna, you know, it's not going to be as of a super cycle. And then I didn't really get a chance to like say that I kind of disagreed a little bit, that because I think retail's attention is just naturally going to go to the memes. It just makes so much sense. It makes so much sense because of the high upside potential, but also people want to feel cool saying that they either got rich off of something or they're buying this thing because a group of, basically a collective group, which is us, the 1%, the 1 to 2%, or sorry, the 99%, because you think all the wealth in the world is held by like the 2 or 3% of these giant global oligarch families and banking cartels and all this stuff. You got to think about how the money around the world is moving and why this is even a thing to begin with. It's basically we are creating our own stock market. We have created our own tables where we get to choose the rules, and the rules aren't being made and being shadow dealed behind closed doors as much as what the stock market is. So you could argue and say, because I'm not going to be naive, I know there's scams. There's 100% Ponzi scheme, pump and dump scams in crypto, 100%. But when it comes to like actual fair launches, actual real chart consolidation and buying and selling and just pure hit the market and go and run and then just have a good team and see what happens. And those things are going to be the coins and the narratives that you want to follow, and that's how you're going to outperform. So I do believe that what we're in right now, we're not even close to what the potential of these cryptocurrency markets is going to bring to us. And we just have to be patient. We have to be so patient because of the way that these markets work and how people move back and forth and go all over the freaking place. Like, you have to be so damn patient because you're going to get shaken out. Like, look at what's happening right now. Like, the price consolidation, it was pumping up. We thought we were going to be breaking out now, but nope, it got rejected again. Think of what that does to your emotions, especially when you're just like in a ranging market going sideways for a while. It makes you feel very emotional unless you zoom out and chill and don't go into the 5-minute on every single chart unless you're day trading. That just know that in 6 months, like, we are going to be in the craziest part of the market that we're not going to know what to do with ourselves. Like, I mean, it's going to be crazy. I mean, I remember the feeling of the last cycle when some of these altcoins were just flying. I mean, they were flying, going crazy. And even then, we still weren't even thinking about how the memes are going to be so important for onboarding people. People say that, like, because think of what Doge and SHIB did, and we just did not. I mean, some people caught it, some people realized it, but most of us didn't. To be honest, most of us didn't realize until it was too late. And so, yeah. I don't know if I'm speaking craziness here, but shout out to Mr. M. He was like, does anyone care about this? And I was like, oh, I'll repost it. So the Bitcoin ETF flow of the selling, because normally the selling pressure of the ETFs has been outpacing the buy pressure. But now, for the first time ever, we've had the selling be lower than what is coming in. So now we are like billions, if I'm not mistaken, no, millions in a uptrend on the ETFs getting more inflows. So this could be a good indication that we could be breaking out of this ascending wedge instead of breaking down from it. There's a big chance that we could break down, and if we do, then I would eye that 64.8 level at the bottom of the band And if you're weighing more on the side that we are pumping and we're going to break the level and we're going to hold because we have volume, then we're going to get a 68, another push back up to test that 68.5 resistance that we just hit. And if we can crush that, guys, then I'm telling you, we're gonna bounce hard and hit 71,000 very fast. It'll happen fast. It'll happen fast, and it's going to create some FOMO. And if it creates some FOMO and people start opening up the Coinbase app again and they start buying little chunks of things, we might go. We might finally break out. And I like being bullish like this because I'm so tired of being short-term bearish. I'm about to just go full long. Full bull. I'm going full bull. And if we all just went full bull right now and just push those bears back into the woods, we just push them back into the woods. We say, not today. Not today. That's what we say. Not today, bears. You're going back to the woods. Go back to your hole. Go back to your bear den where Garrett Salloway is in his rocking chair. He's in his rocking chair, rocking ever so steady. He's like, are you back? What news from the market? All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. We need it. Like I said, you know, I feel like YouTube has put me in the shadow box, and I need your help by getting the algorithm to work in my favor. It's just a computer algorithm. That's all it is. It's just an algorithm, but the only way that you can speak to it, is that you hit the like button, you share, you comment, you spam the chat, you get your grandma on here. Whatever you need to do is what you got to do. All right, so let's get into some of the news. Let's get into some breaking news. That was some of the breaking news. I think I'd love to break that for Mr. M. Go and follow Mr. M. And let's become a friend before we are in the billions. Apu. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to start building a bag of Apu. Basically, I told myself, I was like, I want to buy more Pepe and Pepe because I just like have a more of a connection to that, I guess. And then with Apu, I know that is still a really strong Pepe narrative. I understand this. So and funny enough, talking to a acquaintance of mine and just a guy who, you know, is becoming a friend, someone I've been seeing around, talked to him in person, and he asked me, so, how's the crypto going? And so, funny enough, we start talking about memes, and, you know, he's about 8 years younger than I am, and he knew about Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama, 10 Inu. He freaked out when I said that. I told him what my favorite meme was, and I said it's Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, 10 Eden. And he's like, bro, and Ponky, but he was more into Apu. He's like, Apu is actually the one that is his long-term hold, and I thought that was really interesting, and so it was cool to find a trench dweller in real life that knew about Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama, 10 Edu. I was like, dang, okay. Steve Randall, he said, my feelings are still hurt because Obama yelled at me for being black and not voting for God. That just shows that, like, that makes me so mad. I mean, God, I'm not even black and I'm mad. I'm not even black and I feel like I'm pissed for black people of how they just keep making black people look like they're stupid. I'm just like, it's freaking ridiculous. It's racist is what it is. It's ridiculous. It's just like, I bet when people just listen to that and they're just like, what? Did he just say brothers? With the brothers? Oh my God. It's bad. It's so bad, guys. It's just like, at this point, like, how could you not be like, just what the heck? Oh yeah, and she's like, yeah, I'll give you guys free. She's like, oh, I know the brothers like to, you know. I mean, come on. It's like so bad. It's so bad. This is why it's just you have to analyze this with a clear mind and just be like, what? Just start to analyze it and you'd be like, oh my gosh. They just think everyone's stupid. They just think everyone is just going to fall for the whole, I'm from a middle class, I relate to you. I make my wife laugh every time I say this. We base our turkeys just like everyone else. We flip our pillow over to feel that cold side. We can relate to you. I know, and she said, I was like, well, what about my bags, Kamala? Man. But it's so ridiculous. It's just like, why bring race and all of that stuff into it? It's just like this is why I like crypto. Crypto, like we don't care. You could be a freaking lizard, and if you're bullish on the same coins that we are, you're in the club, bro. Like, that's it. And that's why I love crypto. It's like, if you could be anyone, and if you're bullish on the same coins, we're like, let's go. Like we're like chest bumping in the street. It's so funny. But I think what's so beautiful about it is that it kind of like you can break down barriers like that. Like crypto can break down barriers. 100%. Like it can just like make you like, it's almost like when you go to a concert and you're there for the same reason. Like, you all might have different views. You might not agree on the same things, but you do agree on one thing. You agree that Dave Matthews Band is the shit. And you're there going, boom, ba ba boom, ba ba boom. And ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-zing-a-ring-a-ding-a-ding, and you're like, yeah. Crypto's the same way. I got my check back, guys. I changed my profile picture to the bullish Brett, the Matrix bullish Brett, just blocking all the bullets. It's the representation of the power of the meme coins, and we want to be one of those channels that does not fade it. We're going to celebrate it. And I think one of those memes that actually people are, I think, fading a little too much and they don't appreciate the content is Tucker. Tucker Carlson is, I think, king in terms of content and the narrative and what is the overall sentiment represented in a cartoon that's almost like South Park. It's genius. Let's actually watch this 2-minute clip from Tucker. Sorry, I apologize for any language that is in these videos.
Gentlemen, I'm Tucker Carlson, Secretary General of the United Nations.
That's not a real NGO.
The Supreme Leader asks, to what do we owe the pleasure?
Mr. Khomeini, have you ever heard of something called Uptober? The Banana Zone? Well, you're doing a tremendous job of fucking it up. This latest escalation is no bueno. No bueno at all. Which is why the United Nations is demanding an immediate de-escalation to hostilities.
Nobody tells us how and when to respond to these heinous attacks, and Mr. Khomeini can rest assured that we will retaliate accordingly.
He say, you starting it.
That's funny. What, are you a comedian or something?
Guys, I'm not here to go around in circles. I'm here on behalf of the human race, but even more importantly, my bags. Allow me to show you something. This is the Bitcoin monthly chart. In terms you will understand, Mr. Khomeini, this is a hypersonic missile aimed directly at the moon. We have waited 4 years for this moment. The M2 money supply has flipped positive. The US election is just a few weeks away, and I can literally smell the bananas from here. So I kindly ask you, both of you, to make up, at least until Q4 of 2025. How does that sound?
The Supreme Leader says, okay, out of respect for the Bro-United Nations, he is willing to pause the beef.
Q4 of 2025?
Until the end of the 4-year cycle? Yes.
Please.
And if you buy the right coins now, you could still make a lot of money. That's not financial advice, by the way.
Well, I wouldn't want to fuck up the banana zone. So, okay, fine, we have a deal.
Yes!
Ah, shit.
What is the tick, 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 you know the ticker. How does that not make you want to buy a bag of Tucker Carlson? I mean, the videos are so good, and the ones with Raw Pal with the banana zone, they're amazing. They're amazing. So I want to keep this on this. This is going to be kind of like a bag that I'll be very happy to tell people that I hold Tucker Carlson, because it's genius. It's genius. We should look at the chart. Actually, I would love, put a 1 in the chat if you want to see the Tucker Carlson chart. Oh, this was this chart actually was looking pretty decent too. If you guys, I know you guys are into the Pepe narratives and the Pepe derivatives. Pepe derivatives here of hoppy. Mr. M was telling me about this. He was like, "Yeah, the hoppy is actually doing pretty good right now." But yeah, let's check Tucker Carlson. Oh yeah. So look, 41,000 holders. We got 41,000 holders on this thing. We got liquidity's a little low. I'd like to see the liquidity a lot higher. But you got to look at these momentum. Look at that. Boom, boom. 2 different tests into all-time highs. Another nice little test up off of some support. And this was in April and May. Coin created back in March. I mean, we get a push up to all-time, even close to these all-time highs from where it was. Woo! That's 526% move to the upside. That's a 700% move to the upside. And you know who's really bullish on Tucker Carlson is Ran. Crypto Banter Ran is very, very bullish on Tucker Carlson. When they were at the MAGA event in Nashville, one of the questions that Ran had to ask Tucker Carlson, he's like, do you know about Tucker Carlson? And Tucker Carlson acted like he did not know about it, but I think he does. I think he knows about it. He probably has a bag of it. He's probably got a giant bag of Tucker Carlson. And so I just love that Ran is just, he knows the assignment. I think all the people that are really understanding what the people want, they want humor. They want relatability. They want funny memes. They want a sense of that belonging into something that is almost timeless. I mean, you just got to study it. As whether you like it or not, the memes are here to stay. They're here to stay, guys. For sure. All right, so let's see if what we were talking about is going to be playing out here, because the Bitcoin price is starting to do some stuff. It's starting to get it's getting a little bit of a rejection. That move was very weak. Yes. Weak move. Volume just went out. Potential that we could just get completely squashed. It is a big potential. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and end this thing. Thanks for coming in. We do appreciate you tuning into this live stream. And make sure you guys are, checking up on all your coins. You're building up a strategy. You're not getting too emotional. We have the election coming up in 19 days, like crazy. Trump, 61% odds of him winning the election now over Harris at 38%. Oh, there's this theory that that's kind of been tossing around in my head, is that they're going to let Trump win. And then they're going to use him as the fall guy for the inevitable deep state attack that they're going to try and do after the fact. Have you ever thought about that? Because they know they can try and cheat. They're doing the whole illegal, immigrants possibly voting with no voter ID. They have ways that they can cheat. But I think if you think about the possibility that they let Trump win, like they let Trump win, and then they make him the fall guy for some crazy thing that they've been planning as their plan. You think their plan just ends at like, oh yeah, if we're going to try and take him out, but if we can't take him out, okay, then we don't have another plan. These people have 200, 500-year plans, and they're going to execute them, and they have a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, and G for if whatever they are trying to do doesn't actually work out. I would imagine so. I don't know about you guys, but do not underestimate the power of the PSYOP that is MSM and the deep state. With that being said, I'll see you guys later tonight. We're going to do an 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live stream, and we hope you guys come in and tune into that one. Bring some friends in, and we do appreciate you guys coming in and giving me your thoughts and your observations of the market as well. God bless you and your families. Give them a big hug and a kiss and tell them you love them. And tell them that very soon, in 6 months to a year, that they're going to be retired. Whoever your partner is, I want you to look them in the eyes and say, I will retire you in 6 months. That's what I want you to say. All right. LFG. Peace out.